Now that we're fully into spring, I thought it was about time that I did a spring essentials video. I think there are 7 essentials that everyone needs for spring. I'm going to show you examples of these and also what they look like on body. The beauty of all the items I'm going to show you is that they're not only suitable for spring, but they're probably going to see you through summer and maybe even fall as well, so they're a great investment. Keep in mind that these pieces are geared towards a British spring, which is notoriously volatile in its weather. Something you're going to see firsthand in this video because the sun just couldn't make up its mind whether it wanted to go in or stay out. This just shows how fast it can go from hot to cold or vice versa in spring. So all the pieces I'm going to be showing you are suitable for that kind of change in weather. So I'm going to start with footwear and then work my way up to trousers, base layers and then outerwear layers. I'm around 5'10" and 140 pounds in weight. All the items I'm going to be showing in today's video will be linked down in the description. So first up is a light coloured pair of shoes. As we move out of winter, it's safe to start getting those lighter coloured shoes out again because there's less chance of them getting dirty. Plus, lighter colour shoes are just very suitable for the sunnier days. You can't go wrong with just a white pair of shoes, of course, but I like to take the opportunity to play around with some lighter neutrals. I'm really liking the lighter greys or beige colour shoes at the moment. The New Balance 574s are an easy pick. They're really affordable, they're widely available and they come in loads of different colours. I've got several pairs, but the ones I'll be showing off in this video are a nice variation of neutral tones. The 574s are also extremely comfortable, so they're great for getting out and about as the weather gets nicer. I've also been playing around with some Reebok sneakers because I found them in the sales. I hadn't really heard about these before I saw them in the sale. They're an old model that Reebok brought back recently. They're a basketball shoe, which is what the BB stands for in BB 4000. The ones I picked up here are a collaboration with Dime, which is a skateboarding company, so it's right up my street. You'll have to let me know what you think about these. I was quite surprised to find them almost half price, especially since this is a bit of a hype collaboration with Dime, who are a really well loved company. I just thought that these were a really nice and cheaper alternative to the New Balance 550s. The other Reebok shoe I picked up is this collaboration with Prince. Again, I found these about half price, which really surprised me because these sneaker collaborations usually sell out straight away. Prince is a tennis company which really suits the spring and summer because the tennis club vibe, which has been popularized by companies like Casablanca, is really suitable for the hotter weather. And the shoe that they based this collaboration on is the Club C85, which is probably Reebok's most popular and nicest model. One thing they changed in the collaboration was to put a mesh toe box, which is really nice for the hotter weather because it makes them way more breathable. So those last 2 shoes are a little unusual and not so popular, but I think they look really good for spring and summer, and for the price I paid, I'm happy to just wear them as daily beaters. Okay, moving up the body now and let's look at trousers. Just like the shoes, this is a perfect time to start wearing your lighter coloured trousers. And spring is kind of the only time of year where you're going to be able to wear these lighter coloured trousers outside a lot. Because in the fall and winter it's a bit risky to wear them because if it starts to rain then it's going to discolour them and make you look like you've wet yourself. And then in summer it can get just a bit too hot for trousers overall, so spring is the time to start wearing your lighter coloured trousers. The main ones I'll be showing off in today's video are these really cheap pair that I got from ASOS. They're a relaxed baggy fit around the waist and then they taper slightly towards the ankle. They've also got a bit of a crop on them as well, which is really nice because it shows off your shoes and it actually makes them a little bit more breathable. However, if you're not into these, you can pretty much get them in any fit you like, whether it's skinny or straight or much baggier than I've got. Another light coloured pair of trousers, which can be very suitable for spring, are of course blue jeans. The absolute classics, of course, are going to be your 501s from Levi's, but some that I've recently found and been wearing a bit are these carpenter trousers, which are also from Levi's. They've just got a few extra details which give them a bit of interest, and they fit really nice. They're kind of like the 501s really, so they're very straight fitting. And of course they come in that light blue colourway, which is super appropriate for spring. Okay, moving on body now, and the next essential is going to be a long sleeve t-shirt. I didn't bother including short sleeve t-shirts because everyone's got one of those. Long sleeves are a little less popular, but I think they're way more appropriate for spring. As I started talking about earlier, in the British spring, it's not cold, but it just isn't that warm either. There are a lot of in-between days where it's too cold for a t-shirt, but too warm to put on an outer layer. And so this is where the long sleeve t-shirt is just going to be the perfect piece. So for some reason, I'm going mad for polo shirts at the moment, and so I picked a long sleeve polo shirt instead of a t-shirt. The one I'm showing off here is from Arket and it's absolutely beautiful. It's in this light beige colorway, which again is great for spring, and it's made from a merino wool. Merino is of course that really high quality wool. If you've ever had a merino wool piece, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're so soft and luxurious. And because it's made of merino wool, it's not like a typical polo shirt which has that quite rough texture. The merino wool actually makes it really smooth and really soft and comfortable to wear. And wool is of course a great all year round fabric because it keeps you warm in winter, but it's breathable enough to keep you cool in summer and spring as well. Another thing I really like about this long sleeve is that it's got quite a nice thick elasticated hem. It just gives it a bit of a different look and feel to a normal long sleeve polo shirt. Okay, the next essential item are going to be overshirts. Now, overshirts have some very important differences to regular shirts, so make sure you're not mixing them up. Overshirts are sort of an in-between between a regular shirt and a jacket. So they're usually a lot thicker than a normal shirt, and also you'll find that the sizing is slightly different. They'll usually be a little bit more cropped than a regular shirt. And that's because overshirts aren't really made for tucking in, they're sort of more outerwear pieces. Another dead giveaway is that overshirts will usually have pockets on the sides. So the reason why overshirts are on my essentials list for spring is not only do they keep you warm because of that thicker fabric, but you can also wear them fully open, fully closed, or somewhere in between, which gives you a lot of versatility depending on what the weather decides it wants to do. I've got two overshirts here which I'm just totally obsessed with. The first one is again from ASOS, and I found it in the sale. It reminds me so much of the Ami Paris overshirt slash jacket, but of course this is way cheaper. The second one is from Lee, and this one's a bit weird. It's actually from their workwear range. But workwear is usually a style which I actually prefer because the cuts are a lot boxier and roomier. And of course the materials that workwear is made out of is usually a lot higher quality, so it's going to last a lot longer. This Lee overshirt has popper buttons, which I think way more shirts should have because it makes it so much easier. And as you can see, I picked it up in this black and green colorway, which is just great for spring. Okay, the next essential is going to be some sort of knitwear. And this goes back to what I was talking about with the wool. Knitwear is sort of an all-season piece. I'm even wearing a knitwear piece right now, even though I'm indoors and the sun is out. It's just keeping me at a perfect temperature. It's warm and cozy, but it's really breathable. So the first piece I'm showing is from Arket, and this is their sort of take on the classic fisherman jumper design. So it's got ribbed texture all over, and it's got a bit of a higher neck. Now this one isn't actually made of wool, it's cotton, but because of that knit weave, it makes it really breathable and warm at the same time. And it comes in this beautiful navy blue color, which is the classic color for fisherman jumpers. Now the second piece is from COS, which is one of my favorite stores at the moment. Now this one is a V-neck, which is something I haven't really played around with a lot, but I'm getting into more and more at the moment because I think it looks great over a polo shirt like I've got here. So this piece has a ribbed texture, just like the fisherman's jumper. And this one is actually a wool blend, so you're getting some of those benefits from the wool as I explained earlier. That V-neck design and the beige colour is really reminiscent of cricket clothing, which is a very spring-summer sport. So we're starting to see a pattern here. We've got cricket with the V-neck and we've got tennis and basketball with the shoes. These are all sports that encourage you to get outdoors in the sun, so they're perfect for spring and summer. So the sixth item on this essentials list is going to be a quarter zip or half zip jumper. Now the reason this is on the list, just like some of the others, is going to give you options if the weather decides to get hot or cold. Of course, if it gets really cold, you can zip it all the way up and it acts like a turtleneck. Or if it gets way too hot, you can zip it all the way down and wear it open. If the weather's quite mild, I actually like to wear the zip about halfway down and then you can pop the collar down. This can completely change the whole look and it gives you that sort of collared appearance and it almost looks like you're wearing a rugby shirt. So it gives you that versatility on how you want to look. The piece I'm showing here is again from Arket. I went on a bit of a shopping spree there. It's a little bit long on the body, so you can tuck it in if your trousers are baggy enough like mine. But this is a really nice piece. It's got really high quality YKK zipper. It's got some nice cut and sewn detailing on the front. And it's made from an organic cotton, which is really soft and comfortable. I also like this piece because it holds its shape quite well. It doesn't drape too much over the body. There's a few colours to choose from, but I just went for the plain grey. I mean, I know I've got a lot of neutral tones in here, so I wanted to get something a little bit different, but something that was still light enough for spring. And my final essential for spring is going to be some sort of light to mid-weight jacket. Jackets are essentially just going to be that step up from your overshirt if it's just a little bit too windy or cold outside during spring. But because it's only going to be light to mid-weight, it's not going to make you too warm. Alternatively, the jacket can be worn with pretty much any of the pieces I've shown previously here. So there's an opportunity for some spring layering, so you can really change up your look. Now the absolute classic spring jacket is of course the denim jacket. There are tons of choices when it comes to denim jackets. You don't really need to spend that much if you're happy to just go for the regular trucker look. I actually picked up something a little bit different from COS, and it's this cropped denim jacket. So I really like the crop because it's a nice contrast to the baggy trousers I'm wearing. Plus this jacket is a little bit different to the other denim jackets I've seen out there. It has some nice paneling and the front pockets are a little bit different. It also comes in this nice dark blue wash, so you could probably wear it with those carpenter jeans that I showed off earlier because they're both different shades of blue. They're not going to look too matchy. Other similar jackets that you should look out for spring are bomber jackets and Harrington jackets. These all fall into the same category of being shorter in length and light to mid-weight. So those are my essentials for spring 2022. Let me know if you think I missed anything. As usual, links to all the items I've shown will be down in the description if they're still available. If not, I'll try and include an alternative. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.